I changed my settings. What's up, everybody? Jenna Say What here, giving you some news in Neopets. We're gonna fuck around with this real fast. Boo. Oh, I gotta change that. My camera died yesterday, so I was like, oh yeah, I should probably have charged that. What's up, guys? Let me, fucking video capture device. Really? There we go. Hold on. Whoop. I'm trying to get it fit back. That means the other one's going to be messed up. Damn it. That's what I get for letting my camera die yesterday. R.I.P. Let's fix that then. Up. 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 No. Yep. Yep. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. Oh. Hello, guys. How's it going? Hey, there I am. We're not doing Neopets right this second. We got to do some news first, and then we get the luxury of playing nostalgia games. Anyways, what's up, guys? We're going to go over some news and Neopets today. What's up? I'm Jenna Say What. Not following me on my other social media platforms. Where are you doing? JennaSayWhat.com/links. Find all the links there. I read all the news, researched, so you don't have to. Although you probably should. Just fact check me just in case. You never know. But kind of want to get into it. I was reading up on the new number that we're getting for the ballroom. I'm saying it with 2 A's and 1 L. Because that's pretty much what it feels like at this point, is that it's just bullshit and fucking awful. But now the Republicans are asking for $1 billion in taxpayer money. Yesterday I reported that was $400 million. Now they are asking for $1 billion. I can't even get my fucking words straight because I'm so goddamn flabbergasted by the fact that we were told this whole time that we weren't going to pay for it, that it was private donors and Donald Trump himself, that, you know, Jeff Bezos and all these fucking tech oligarchs are gonna spend that money. Now, you know, so my question is like, what's the official total, like, for everybody's money? We pull all the money together. How much money is being spent into this? This is not a good thing. There is speculation that there is, hey John, there's speculation that our taxpayer dollars are basically going to a Big Brother kind of hub. Like anybody, like all of us across the board need to be concerned about that. What happened to, like, we don't want big government. We don't want our government taking control over everything. You know what I mean? We're living in such a crazy time period that, yeah, $1 billion. Yeah, $1 billion in taxpayer money. How much is this fucking ballroom gonna cost? And yeah, like, people are like, oh, well, it's for the bunker. Because Trump is gonna, there was a bunker there before. Like, there was military infrastructure underneath the ballroom to begin with. Why did we have to tear it down? Why did we have to, like, redo all of that? Why? That should be a huge red flag for every last one of us, because $1 billion is not going to us taxpayers. We're not going to be able to ever go into that building. It's not like we get to every other week, like, we get to have, like, you know, an invite to it. Oh, this week's my week that I get to go dance at the ball and get fed for free and get to drink for free and whatever. That's not what's happening. And if it's like, oh, it's security, we're the most secure fucking nation. What are we doing? Hey, Rowdy, how are you doing? We're gonna spend $1 billion on a ballroom when we are literally starving to death. most of us can't fucking find jobs. People are saying that they're hiring, but they're not. They're using AI to scan for your, to see if you're going to qualify enough. And even then, like, the qualifications for so many of these jobs are outlandish. We are living in such a hellscape, dystopian nightmare, and everybody needs to understand that $1 billion could have paid and can pay for all of us to have health care, and for our rural community hospitals to not go under. They're like, Trump supporters and like Republican, Democrat shit aside, let's go based off of facts. I'm gonna just go full base facts on this shit. Our hospitals in rural communities are getting fucking shut down. That's not good. So if you have an emergency, are you really going to get to it? Whose $1 billion? Our $1 billion. If you're an American and paying taxes. But like, we should all be pissed about this. Our rural hospitals are being shut the fuck down. We are going to have people die of preventable, curable things. Yeah, where is this money coming from? The imaginary fund tree? I know. I'm like, we're paying so much in taxes and we're not getting anything from it. How good are our roads? We'll just bare minimum this one. How good are our schools? How good, like our public schools? Are we really going to just roll over and spend $1 billion of our tax money to build a ballroom that we were told from the jump that none of the taxpayers are going to pay for? That all these tech bros are paying for? Where's that money at? That's my question, is where the fuck is that money at? And why do we go from 400 million to $1 billion overnight? This was overnight. Rural hospitals are going under. Our farms, our homegrown local farmers are losing their farms. Our education is a fucking joke now. No child left behind, baby. To go to college, it's an astronomical amount. Whenever I was supposed to go to college, it was an astronomical amount that I couldn't afford and I couldn't go. Now it's even worse. But we're going to spend $1 billion of our money collectively, left and right. We're going to use that money for a ballroom, a gold-plated ballroom. If this isn't a euphemism for like fucking like French Revolution shit, I don't know what the fuck is. You're gonna watch your Mima die because you can't get her to the hospital in time. We're gonna watch our grandparents, our parents, our children, ourselves suffer for someone to get a ballroom. Like, it's not computing. It's all like me with these people. And that's across the fucking board. That's across the board. I'm vehemently against everything that our government in totalitarian, like the whole fucking thing. Everybody there doesn't give a fuck about us. We're down here struggling. We're down here going, can I afford to feed my kids? Can I afford these grocery bills? Can I afford the gas to get to my fucking job, dudes? Do you imagine that control would give it back to the people? I know. It's like, I don't think that the power's ever going to get back to us. What's the solution? Dude, I don't know. Too many luxuries. Yeah. As someone that, like, if I was handed the presidency, one bad choice, because I'd be like, fuck. Like, I don't know a fucking thing about how to run a government like that. But I sure as shit would be like, okay, I'm from rural Illinois. I'd be like, we need to make sure that our hospital, and I worked in the hospital field. Like, I was in the medical field, like in the hospital, in a local community, and that one is possibly going to get shut down. My first thing would be education, healthcare. Make sure that rural hospitals are still funded and make sure that people can get to those hospitals. Lowering cost for things. The amount of people that are hanging, like, that are in the United States right now that will drive their fucking broken self half alive to a hospital because we can't afford the fucking EMTs, like the ambulance to come get us. Come here on non-troll account. Yeah, absolutely, Lucky. Yeah. I'm so fucking heated about the fact that we are going to spend $1 billion fucking dollars, and there are so many people out there that are going to fucking perish because they can't afford or can't get to the hospital in time. Like, bros, this is insane. And people are out there being like, I'm okay with spending money. My mom's one of those people. And I'm sitting here going, Mom, the hospital that I worked at is going to get shut down. And she's like, well, I'll just drive a Carbondale. That's not going to fix the thing. That's still like 40 minutes away from you. If you have an emergency, because she has a bad heart, what's going to happen? She's going to not make it to the fucking hospital. 40 minutes in a heart attack situation, driving yourself. Now you're not even just a liability to yourself. You're now a liability on the road to everyone else. Because say she's driving the hospital 45 minutes. Do you really think that you're not going to speed whenever you think you're going to fucking die? What are we doing? Wasteful and unnecessary. It's so true, though. It is. Yep. There, Anya is back there. She's available for adoption through Wake County. But we're suffering down here. We are suffering, and then like you have the fucking the Met Gala that's being put on by Jeffrey Bezos, who did win capitalism. Let's, like, I'm gonna be completely like logical on this shit. He won capitalism. He made a company. He suffered through it for the first X amount of years, making no profit, busting his ass selling books on his site, and now, and then steamrolled it into what it is today. He won capitalism. Congratulations. But you're having your fucking employees die on the job and telling people to step over their bodies. What fucking life do we need to live? Like what life are we living here? What life are we living here? Where we are literally working our asses off. And he's like raking in the cash. Jeff Bezos has a yacht that is so large, they had to dismantle the bridge by the yacht shipping area. They had to dismantle a bridge to get it through. It has a mini yacht inside of it. Dude, if I had enough money to have a mini yacht or a yacht and a mini yacht like that, do you know what I would do? Every single one of my friends and my friends' families, I'd be like, let's live on the fucking yacht and sail around. Like, let's fucking go. No one's paying for shit. I got you. I wouldn't have that much money because then you can't ethically get that much money without like hurting other people. But what I'm saying is like, no one cares about paying us to live. And then now they're sitting here going, oh, we're gonna do a base income for everyone because we're taking everyone's jobs through AI. And if you think that your job is safe, it's not. They're literally having, like, over in China and in various other places where the workers are already not like maybe a Jenna's Island, right? Oh, it'd be fun. It would definitely not be like fucking Epstein Island. I wish I could. Why do people have to fuck with kids? Why? Why? Oh my God. I'm not going to get into that right this second because that is another conversation. But like, we're literally working multiple jobs. How many of you guys are literally like penny pinching at this point? Or even if you're not, like, and you're still in a good spot, are you thinking about what's going to happen the next, this next round of whenever things go up in price? I have friends out here that make a lot of money and they're like, holy shit, these gas prices. Like, they're friends of mine that have great fucking jobs. They're all sitting here going, this is gonna get really bad. I don't know how people are gonna survive this. I'm like, I fucking wish I knew, dude. I don't know how I'm doing it, bro. I'm working like 4 jobs right now. And I do research, and I do this, like, and I do costuming, and I do all this stuff. Like, there's not enough hours in the day, and it feels like the more and more this stuff keeps going, and the more and more we're paying out the ass for things and not getting anything back in return. Our roads aren't fixed. Our schools are shit. Our bill prices, gas prices, everything prices are just getting... 4 jobs is a goddamn travesty. I want to kill myself. Not literally, but goddamn, dude. The amount of times I look at my coworkers and I'm like, if you see me throw myself off the roof of this building, don't be surprised. Like, it's a joke, but at the same time, god damn, dude. Fuck. And what's even worse is, like, back whenever I was a phlebotomist for LabCorp, I was working there for 10 years. Okay, here's a great indicator as to, like, another reason why our healthcare field is going to shit. So if you're ever questioning, like, okay, why is it whenever I go get my blood drawn, the phlebotomist recently has gotten worse and worse and worse as the years progressed? Well, here's a good indicator. When I started as a phlebotomist for LabCorp, I was already a phlebotomist. I was already established. I had already worked 3 years prior to working for LabCorp. I got started at $13 an hour for LabCorp. After 10 years, I was barely at $18 an hour. And that was after I quit in 2021. And the reason I quit in 2021 is because of the way that LabCorp treated us in 2020. They cut our pay incentives for, like, if someone pays their bill with you at the patient service center, you can get a pay incentive. I didn't get that because I was stationed in a doctor's office, so it didn't affect me, but I was still pissed off because I was like, how fucking dare you? Like, 20 cents for like $5 or some shit like that. They cut the pay incentives. They cut our time off entirely. They told us in 2020 we were not allowed to take any time off. We had to work full time the whole time. We had to come in with COVID. They said, we don't have staffing, so you're just going to have to come in, because a bunch of people took FMLA leave because LabCorp was treating us so badly that a bunch of the techs working and doing the running of the tests, they all took family medical leave. Bye, see ya. Because they were like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then they, not only do they tell us to work with COVID, but then they also, they cut our measly at maximum 20 cents pay raise for the year. That's how I went from $13 to $18 over 10 fucking years. 10 years. And they cut the, our pay raise that year. Then they, in 2021, they gave us all the same, like, everybody in the triangle area talked to each other. And we were like, hey, what was it whenever you get your review or whatever, they put everybody in meets expectations. No one got exceeded. Everyone got the same. And we all got the the 5-cent raise. I quit. October 31st was actually my last day, and I was dressed up as my yellow Twi'lek, my yellow Sith Twi'lek, and I had told my boss, I gave her multiple options on how to keep me, because she was like, what can we do to keep you? What can we do to keep you? And I told them, I gave them like 3 options here, and they literally said, she came in and she's like, I wish we could have kept you. Again, yellow Twi'lek, the noodle thing from Star Wars, Sith. I looked at her dead in her face, painted up yellow, and I said, well, I gave you plenty of options on how to change, how to keep me, but you decided to ignore those. So I guess you made your own bed, didn't you? She's like, I'm like, oh yeah. Said that as a Sith Twi'lek. Fucking, mwah. I wish I would have had it recorded. It was fucking hysterical to me. Do you think COVID started as a real thing or ended up? I think that it's a real thing. The thing is like 5-cent raise, LMAO, right? Like, do the math. Like, what is it? I'm not even gonna do the math because I know it's gonna just fucking depress me because I 10 years of my life, and I'm not drawing anyone's blood right now. If I was to draw your blood, I'd say I do my best, because every time that I would tell someone I was good at phlebotomy, I would miss every time. So I'm not drawing your blood right now, so we're good. But I was damn good at my job. I was fucking good at my job. I was able to get veins where most people would not be able to get them. I had multiple patients multiple times in my life drive hours to see me as a phlebotomist. I know what I'm doing, and I'm fucking good at it. And as weird as that sounds, I miss being a phlebotomist. I miss doing patient care, and it fucking breaks my heart that I can't afford to work there because I'd have to have another job, and they're going to put me on midnight shift almost every time. And it exhausts me. But yeah, I think that COVID started out as a real thing. I think that you can hit me. I bet $200. I have, though. I probably could. I like, not for nothing. There was a little old lady that I had to use a preemie butterfly needle, which is like the smallest needle that you can possibly do a blood draw with. And she had a vein right here about, I don't even think you can, like, right like that. It was the smallest, like, little tiny spot. And I'd have to hold the butterfly needle while syringing it. Slowly. Thank God she trusted me. I had to, like, she was the patient that was at the hospital that, I had to, like, the phlebotomist that was leaving had to specifically walk me into the room with her and introduce me, talk to me, and teach me how to draw her blood, even though I knew exactly where to get it. Like, once I looked at her arm, I was like, I would probably get it right here. But, like, she was like, okay, like, she needs me to, like, teach you. So, like, it was crazy. But yeah, I think that COVID probably, the whole mask thing is a double-edged sword. Yes, I understand that, like, you want your body, your choice. You know what I mean? But whenever we're talking about medical things, and especially herd immunity, and talking about, like, masking up because you want to protect your fellow person, like the person that's next to you, it's the simplest thing is just that, hey, I want to put this on, and I want to keep myself at the house because I don't want to have a child die because of me, or have an elderly person die because of me, or a hospital worker die because of me. Like, it's about being selfless and doing something so minimal to help another person. And especially in America, we are very me-centered. Like, me. Like, whatever I want, I'm gonna do. And that's fine to a degree. So it's like, yes, government shouldn't be involved in stuff, but also whenever we're talking about a public health crisis, which is kind of what we're looking at right now, the boat right now. Oh, the cruise ship outbreak. Right now we're looking at the same, like a similar situation with the hantavirus. Yeah, it's a Norwegian ship. It's not, there's not probably a lot of Americans on it or whatever, but or a Swiss ship. But again, look at how fast COVID took over. The way that you can keep that from exploding into a huge population is by control. It's just being in the healthcare field. Whenever you do that, whenever you're in it, you learn how quickly things spread. Never messed up. I felt like boundaries were being pushed all over the place. They didn't stay inside or get the shot. I mean, not cool, bro. Like, no, like, I get it and I understand, and within reason, there's a lot of things, and I get that it was pushed, but it was because the fact that it's so simple to do something so minimal to protect other people. Like for me, if I would have gotten COVID before I got the shot, I would have died. That seems like, oh, you're just over exaggerating. No, my lungs are so bad that whenever I was doing my asthma check, and they have you blow into this thing to try to like lift up a little ball into the thing, into like the center of the tube. I can't get that ball up at all. And whenever I did it the first time, my doctor laughed at me. She was like, no, for real, do it. And I looked at her and I go, that was it. And she goes, no, you know what? It's probably just a fluke. It's just a fluke. Let's have you do it again. And I did it again, and I couldn't get the ball up at all. My parents, my grandparents, my uncle, all chain smoked in the house. My lungs are fucked. If I don't die of lung cancer because of all that, I'm going to be fucking shocked. But I can't get it up, folks. You're right. I can't. But that's the thing, is like, I wish that we would have done it differently, or been different about the way that we handled coronavirus. I really wish that we would have. It's definitely, I don't know if it was made in a lab, but in part, I mean, I'm not going to say it wasn't. I'm not going to say it was, because we're learning a real crazy amount of shit that's going on behind the scenes, and I can't in good conscience be like, at first I was like, oh no, there's no way it was manufactured, because we always have new diseases that come out because things mutate, things change. Part of me is like, maybe it was supposed to be something that, they were going to use as a weapon, or, whatever. I don't know, because and truth be told, the people that would be making it, 1%. It's the fucking 1% out there that's doing that shit. If anyone's trying to kill us off in mass, it's the top tier people that hold most of the wealth. Which to me is so, let me go on a hot tangent just really fast. But could you imagine wanting to live in a world where there's only a certain select amount of people, and you just want to hang out with your billionaire, trillionaire friends, and then fuck the rest? To me, that just seems like misery. We're just gonna, if you want to do that so bad, bros, then go to a fucking island and just stay there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Docile and dumb. Yes, correct. Agreed. Without a doubt. 1,000%. Preach. Yeah, they are. And that's the thing, is let's kill us off. Let's cut our education. Let's make it to where, it's so easy to manipulate someone that is not smart. Someone that is, you know, whatever, seems like a form of tribalism. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's easy to manipulate people that are unintelligent. There's the word I was looking for. So that's why, like, whenever Trump literally said, I don't like smart people, I was just like, I know why. Because the more intelligent someone is, the less likely they are to be taken for a ride and taken advantage of. Right now, we're seeing Trump supporters freaking out over the Trump phones, the gold Trump phones that they all paid $100 a pop for to hold their place in line. I was watching a Trump supporter like complain that he had bought 4 phones and had his son, like, convinced his son to buy like 3. Almost $1,000 down the drain for that family. And especially with stuff now, with what's happening now with all the gas prices and everything, I can't even imagine. Like, they were duped, whatever. I'm gonna try and be like logical on this episode of the stream, but like, that's not chump change for us down here at the bottom. That is almost rent. That is a full month of food. That is, you know, all this stuff. And I can't imagine buying any of that nonsense. Yeah. We are in such a turbulent fucking time, and we are all struggling so badly. And we're like, Trump wants to make the Arc de Triomphe, more taxpayer dollars going towards that. We're starving to death down here. What are we doing? We're literally watching we're watching mothers and fathers choose to starve themselves so their children eat. What the fuck? What the actual fuck is... What are we doing? What are we doing? We are struggling, and we shouldn't be. And it's like, there's no way that any of us are going to be able to be like a millionaire. We're never going to even remotely get to that. And it just really sucks. Like, we're not even able to take our kids to like a cheap vacation now, let alone, remember how we were like, it was always a huge deal. Yeah, the American dream is dead. And honestly, it fucking kills me inside, because there are so many people out there that could be doing so much more. And I know that Twisted, I've seen so many people that could have been, you know, going to college for arts, for music, for sciences, that are so intelligent. There's so many kids out there that are so fucking smart, and they're not able to go to college because they can't afford it. They're not able to even get the education in school that they need. Imagine how beautiful the world would be if we, or at least the United States, if we kept our money for our people and educated and strove to do better for the next generation. I'm just like, it really fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks. And we're watching it all go down the toilet. We're watching it all go down the toilet. Insane. I really wish that things were better and that we could, like, have better discourse about everything that's going on and the reality of the situation of what's going on. But a lot of people don't want to admit that something's wrong. Or people, you know, and I get, like, I've said this many a times. I voted for him the first time. I did. And then look at what happened with 2020. And that was a thing where I was like, holy shit, this is really bad. And I started to go, okay, maybe, you know, whatever. I'm still not like, I don't like either party. I'm gonna be honest. I don't fucking like either. I don't think that either one of them are doing shit for us at all. Same civil discourse is also dead. Damn internet. Exactly. Yeah. I did make. I was at a what was it? I was at a LAN party with a bunch of like streamers and such, and most of them are all like game devs, right? And so I in my head I'm like, I know the way that I would do things, and I was like, we were kind of talking about like this sort of thing, and I was like, yeah, what I just hope everybody stops using the internet and stops using technology altogether. And they all gave me a look, and I was like, what? I just think that we should just all run out into the woods and build our own houses and shit, because they're gonna stand. They're gonna withstand everything, because everything nowadays is built to break. And they were just like, And I was like, I should have not said that out loud to a bunch of game devs, that this is where where their like money comes from. But like, as someone in the healthcare field, I can tell you, your job's not safe, not at all. Like, oh, that's what I was saying earlier. Is like they're over in China and stuff. They're making like little computers that are watching hand movements on how to sew. That's what I do also. I'm a seamstress. Gone. They're teaching robots how to like move their fingers to do these tasks, like sewing. Do they not think that they're going to come for game devs too, or they're going to come for, you know, healthcare workers? I truthfully believe that phlebotomy is also probably going to be something that they're going to come up with some sort of robot that you just put on someone's arm and boom. Show me your wares. What do I even have over here? I was like, shit, I don't think I have anything in this room that I've like actually sewn. But, hold on, wait a second. Oh, wait. I got it. We can do, oh, wait. Oh, I did build this. Are you familiar with Warhammer? I'm sure everybody is going to be mad at me, or I'm sure there's people out there that are mad at me for wearing my hair the way it was. Oh, man. Where is it at? I thought I had pictures of it. WTF, LOL. Oh, here we go. Well, there's one photo. There we go. That's me. It's me. But yeah, I made that shit. I can't believe that's fucking me, dude. God damn. I learned. I learned how to fucking do a little thing there, but I still have to make the power pack. I just haven't. I'm lazy. I just keep wearing it without it. No one's called me out yet, so. But, oh, I did make a horrible dad joke on Instagram for, what was it? It was, I got interviewed in that specific outfit, and the pride on my face is undeserved. I need you to know that for real. Undeserved pride on this one. Let me get to it. And this girl, okay, here we go. Undeserved pride. Am I muted? Unmute. There we go.
Almost like $200 together.
How much did your costume cost?
About 40K.
40K, damn. Okay. How much does your
I do love the fact that someone, let me see if I can find it. Someone posted on here. They were like, oh, did he delete it? No way. Dude fucking deleted his comment. Right? Oh shit, it's not there anymore. He was like, 40K, that's insane. Oh, 40K, what the crap? And then the person, joke, you. I was like, dude, that's a dad joke if I've ever heard one. I took the listen, you know that meme of like the off-road, like where it's like the exit ramp and it's like the tire skirt over the side? That was me. Whenever he asked me that question, he literally asked it and my brain goes, I was like, say 40K, say 40K. And that's why I went, 40K. Like, the look on my face is just pure pride that is completely undeserved. Oh my God. And then the joke over your head thing. It's like, bro, can't. Hilarious. Oh man. I totally forgot what I was saying. Man. Also, I always wanted Star Trek. It's so obvious that I was joking. I know. Like the look on my face and me being like, he actually started, like, him and I had like been chit chatting and he's like, you're funny. I was like, thank you. Dumb fucking dad jokes, guys. Dumb fucking dad jokes. Let me tell you. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh yeah. That's also a thing that I was gonna showcase. Speaking of the Amazon workers, so Chris Smalls, who is a labor organizer, went to the Met Gala to protest it and was arrested. I think they had like a sign. He was kind of like right up on where they were. And like, if you're not protesting and like pushing, you know, then where you're not you have to disrupt in order to protest properly. You know what I mean? Saw that organically and I was like, that's my dude. It was the stupidest thing, but I was like, let me throw this out there. I think I said people are gonna block me for this joke because it was so stupid. But yeah, so organizer Chris Smalls.
Me, the fired Amazon worker that you signed off on the smear campaign, calling me not smart or articulate,
which is insane. That's insane. Why are you punching down? If you're Jeff Bezos, why are you like...
You also said to make me the face of the whole unionizing efforts against Amazon. Amazon is heavily invested in this genocide. They invest $7.2 billion into Project Nimbus, a project that is being used to fund and power the technology being used to surveil and target innocent Palestinians. Also, we all know that Amazon has ties to ICE. They are powering ICE devices. Now you're going to have the Met Gala where you're going to be surrounded by all these elites and billionaires and A-listers when you have poverty right outside on the streets. Billionaires shouldn't exist. Billionaires, they gotta go.
The Bezos Met Gala, if they bought you a ticket and wanted you there, would you go?
Yes, I'm going. We gotta remind our...
And like that's another thing with like the Met Gala. It's like I feel like if you're disrupting traffic instead of money, it's pointless. Like, yeah, the problem is like how many people are really willing to sacrifice their fun times. Like for a good example, a great example is like people not like people canceling or not canceling their Disney Plus subscription. Roll those red carpet looks, iconic, right? Some of them were like the protesty ones I always like because like even if it's a Democratic president, again, I don't fucking believe that a goddamn one of those motherfuckers are in it for us. You know? But whenever it comes to people, are they willing to sacrifice their small amount of whatever to hurt them in their wallets? That's the big question. How many, like, I'm redneck white trash. I grew up in a fucking barn. You know, like, I grew up in Southern Illinois with a town of 3,000 people. My friend actually looked it up and they were like, that's your town? And I go, yeah. And they were like, I get everything now about you. And I was like, yeah, It makes sense. But we are, what was I saying? Oh, fuck. I got sidetracked with me talking about my hometown. Fuck. Oh, I grew up redneck white trash. So it's like, you don't have a lot. You don't have a lot to begin with. So like, there's things that you're like, well, I can't cancel, or I have to cancel this because I don't have enough money for my bills, or I don't have enough money for my food, or I don't have enough money for X, Y, and Z. So you cut those things out. So there's a lot of people agree with cancel culture. So it's where like, well, cancel culture isn't cancel culture. It's just accountability. And everyone needs to be held accountable. Now, is the cancel culture getting a little bit out of hand? I do believe so. There's a lot of things where I'm like, dude, fucking chill out, dude. Chill the fuck out. It's not that big of a deal. But there are things where I'm just like, yep, fuck this person. Like, okay, for example, like both sides of the aisle, like people that are involved in Epstein, all across the board, fuck them up, dude. The second that you start touching kids, get the fuck up out of here. As someone that was molested as a child, get them the fuck out of here. Get them out. You know, both sides. I don't give a fuck who is on that island. I don't give a fuck who's on that island. Get them the fuck up out of here. Stop breathing our air. You're taking our air, bitch. You know, it's the same thing. It's accountability. It's not, but the problem is that we are doing accountability in some avenues, but not others. We're choosing one versus the other. No, across the board. Across the fucking board. If we're not doing both, same thing with like gerrymandering. Fucking none of it. Don't. What the fuck are we doing? And now it's spiraling. It doesn't matter who the fuck started it. No one should have been doing it in the first place. But here we are. Now are we all going to get representation? Are you? Or am I? Are we like, what are we doing? So it's like, cancel culture, yes, to an extent, yeah, it's getting a little fucking out of hand. A little out of hand. But there's also the times where it's like accountability. So that's why I'm like, okay, again, people that want to hold, you know, Bezos and all these people, and I'm guilty of it fucking too, guys. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not. I'm guilty of it too. I've shopped on Amazon. I've put money into the systems that are oppressing us, literally all of us. So we have to be able to go without in order to push and get change and be able to come together, especially as us 99%. But a lot of people are not willing to make those sacrifices. Like, what if did we not learn anything from Napster? You know what I mean? Like, can we just those Pirates I hear and being, I don't know if you can tell, but like, we have to hurt them in their wallets, but also how many people are actually willing to do that? How many of us are willing to like sacrifice, you know, our favorite TV show? I know I've been doing that with like TV specifically. I think the only thing that I have left is Amazon Prime and Netflix is going very soon. I personally need to get rid of my Amazon Prime and I keep just not doing it, and that is on me. I'll admit when I'm hypocritical. I will admit that. I'm not gonna like lie to your faces and be like, I canceled it. No, I didn't. I have groceries getting delivered because I don't have any fucking time. That's what really fucking sucks. Now, if I can get to a point where I can actually not work 4 jobs and actually have just a small fraction of time to be able to go to the grocery store, fuck yes. Fuck yes, I will cancel it in a heartbeat. I'd rather mom and pop shops. I'd rather local businesses. You have to do that collectively, and people are going to do that. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Me, but with music streaming services. Hey, Black New York Geek, how are you doing? Yeah, you have to pick your battles. And that's what's really shitty is like, we're like, again, I can't imagine people disagreeing with me on this one, but like, we have too many big businesses. We have too many big businesses. There's not enough people that can own their own small business. Like, how many people do you know that are like, oh my God, I would love to own my own shop? Or like, even if you're like, our dreams are dead. You know what I mean? I don't even hear friends tell me like, oh, I would love to own my own like shop at some point. What'd you do? Who'd you ban? who'd you do that to? Dude, what did you do? Oh, no. It's fine. Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. Oh, no, New York. No, he's fine. He's back. No, it's fine. I'm so sorry. But yeah, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's, you know, why would your friends tell you that they'd like to own a shop? Don't the lefties constantly hate anybody with property? It's like, hold on, teardrops. This is actually a good question. Is there a cat behind me? Hold on. Felt something move back there. I'm actually gonna, Jumbo, I'm gonna, why would you friends tell you that I mean, don't the lefties constantly, I'm not a lefty, constantly hate on everybody with property that's like, so the kind of close. Hold on. Jack, I got you. Hold on. So most people now, if you like, you don't even need to tell me, but if you own property, like your own home or whatever, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. The people that I give a fuck about owning property is the ones that own like several rentals that they, you know, bought up in a whole ass cul-de-sac, and they live in none of those houses because they live in their fucking mansion down in California or down in New York or Florida or wherever. It doesn't even matter where they're living at, but like, they're not doing shit other than just buying up property and selling it at a higher rate, causing all of us to have to like suffer, not be able to afford homes, not be able, and that's where I'm talking for me personally, Jack, but that's where my issue is. It's whenever you have in such an abundance that now you've raised the cost, because housing used to be like $63,000 for like a good home. Now, because of things like that, those have increased all the property costs. We're raising all these costs and leaving all of us to not be able to afford them. Then you add property taxes onto that. I'm not talking about us. And I don't like anybody that's a leftist or whatever, if they're, you know, if they're complaining about everybody owning property, fucking weird. Okay. Fucking weird. We should, and also let me point this out. We should be able to own our property in the land in which our house sits on. In other words, the government can't be like, oh, we're going to put and this is both sides. There's both sides. Oh, we're going to put a road here, so we're going to have to buy up your property. No, I'm not moving. This property has been in my family for 10 years. Throwing a number out there. Or, you know, been I said 10 years. Like, you know, 2 generations. This house, or I just bought this house. What the fuck are you talking about? I have to move. We literally just unpacked last week. No, we're running a highway through here, so we have to buy up your property. Do you know that they can just take your property? There's like legal loopholes and stuff, but they still can. That's not okay. That's bullshit. Because here we are surviving, scraping by, paying our bills, doing the right thing. and they can come and take our property? Absolutely the fuck not. We should be able to own the fucking land that our property sits on, and not a goddamn government can come and take our fucking land. That's our fucking land, you know? So, I'm fine with property owners. Great. Love it. Love to see it. But I love it when people, it's you and I. It's us 99% that are owning those houses, or owning those properties, or owning those businesses, or doing something. I would rather less Walmarts and more small mom and pop shops. Yes, that means that it's going to take a while to get shit. But guess what? I'd rather buy from a local, like, farmer, or buy from a local artisan than go to a big box store. Because here's the thing. Everything is made to break. Everything is made to break. So, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We can't keep this up. We can't. Us 99%, we are exhausted. Both sides of the aisle, we're fucking exhausted. That's why we're nipping at each other. Because some people want to stay on a side and, like, not come to the middle ground and be like, hey, like, this is fucked up. We are starving, we are struggling, and we can't afford anything. We can't. How many of us live in rural America and have to drive to our jobs every day and dread that gas pump now? Again, it's not the first time in history that this shit has happened. No, I didn't like fucking Biden. I didn't vote for him. No, wait. Did I? No, I did. Yeah, because he was the only. I didn't like it. So, voted for Trump the first time. Because I was like, oh, he's a businessman. This is going to be great. Didn't look into anything. Didn't check. And I feel like we're worse off. And we're even more, like, at each other. We have to realize that this is all of us. That our lives are being put on the line. He gets obstructed on everything he tries to do. No, he doesn't. He literally just does it. You're talking, like, literally he doesn't give a fuck. The rules and regulations are null and void now. You know that, right? He's doing whatever he wants. And not, like, no one can stop him. We're still out here paying taxes. You are too. We're out here paying taxes and getting fucking nothing. Our roads are shit. Our schools are shit. Our healthcare is shit. Our rural hospitals are going under. Our farmers are losing their farms to big farms like fucking Tyson. Tyson's buying up all these fucking farms. Do you really trust some fucking big wig dude running a fucking farm versus your redneck white trash dude that has been doing this shit for generations? I trust the redneck dude. I'm from the fucking sticks. I trust the redneck dude to know what the fuck he's doing. Not some fucking gussied up dude from New York. I sound like I'm going back to my roots, guys, but, like, that's the thing. He is just no, he is. The courts aren't challenging him. With some things, yes, but not everything. Almost everything that he's doing, he's not even, like, he's not going through the right avenues for it. And it's a problem that needs to be resolved. You know what? America first. We need to stop putting money into other countries. End of discussion. I don't give a fuck about any other country. I'm gonna be honest. They can all go to fucking hell for all I care. Don't give a fuck. That's coming from someone that always totes on French shit. But, like, I don't give a fuck. They can go to hell. I don't give a shit. I care about what's happening on our soil. Everybody else can go suck the dick. Like, I don't fucking care. So, custom and oil in a month will be down. No, it's not. I don't think so. And I hope you're right. I'm not fighting you on this. I hope that you're right. I pray to God that you're right, that gas prices go down. I just don't see it. And it really fucking sucks. Nuclear weapons. I feel like I'm a proponent for it's all or nothing. Everybody, every country gets nukes or no one. Oh, that's crazy. I know. I like there's a power dynamic there that I don't like. Name an example of it. Yeah, that's my question. Whereas winding down, there's not much that can change anymore, so I'm just guessing. That's fair. That's fair. But like, and I know that that's an absurd comment of being like all or nothing, but like, you know, to me, it's like, this is weird that only certain countries get it. Now, Iran is a problem. Like, they hate women. There's a lot of countries out there that are shit countries. But I'm more concerned about what's happening on our soil and the people that are dying in our country that shouldn't be dying. You shouldn't have to worry about if your health is going to go downhill, if you're going to be able to pay for it. You shouldn't have to worry about how you're going to pay your bills or how you're going to, you know, feed your family. We're not doing well right now. And there are so many people out there that are going to be a problem. Creates an unstable problem. It's far more likely somewhere some antics can wait a second. Yeah, but everybody having nukes, while it might remove the power dynamic, it creates an unstable problem. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, like, whenever I say, like, things like that, I know that the absurd means that, like, we're still having problems. There's not going to be any perfect solution for any of the things that we are involved in, and not everyone is going to be happy. But the way that I see things and the way that I focus in on things is what's happening on our soil. And my big concern that I always toed on is healthcare, because I'm a healthcare worker, or I was until like 2020, and I was like, I can't do this. I mean, I shouldn't have to worry about paying bills in the future. That's been the human condition since the beginning of time. You might be right, shouldn't be the case anymore. I don't know. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, we're in a situation where all of us are struggling. We are watching family members of curable things leave us before their time. And that's what fucking kills me. Is like baseline food, shelter, healthcare, you know, to be able to survive. Your base necessities. Those are becoming so impossible to keep. There are people out there, like right now, most people that are homeless have jobs. And I learned that as of like the past, like, I think it was like the last year or two, something like that. And I remember there was a time where I was homeless and I was living out of my car. I was working. I was doing what I could to stay out of like my abuser's house, and ended up getting my car stolen by my stepdad, which put me into the, you know, abusive household that I ended up moving from one to the other. Like, but we're so, all of us are so close to that level of poverty. We are so close. We're one bad month away from getting absolutely fucked. And it should not be like that for any of us. It shouldn't. It really, really shouldn't be. It shouldn't be something that we have to worry about. And it's so fucked up. We have people out there that are making billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they are writing off to not pay taxes. We're struggling so hard. And if you're not struggling, we're so fucking close. You're so fucking close to being in that same bracket. And that's bullshit. Okay, you know what? We're fucking Americans. We should have the best of the best. And we don't. There's so many of us that are struggling. They're working several jobs just to make fucking ends meet. What the fuck are we doing? We're supposed to be the greatest fucking country, and we're not showing it. And the headbutting and stuff like that, we've got to start stopping that shit, because, like, it's literally us against the 1%. It's literally us against the 1%. And they don't give a fuck about us. They don't fucking care, man. The politicians don't fucking care. They're getting their bag, man. They're out fucking gallivanting at galas and balls and lavish luxury lifestyles, and we are literally going, can I afford this, like, the cheapest food as humanly possible to survive for the next week and a half? What the fuck, bro? The world is changing and empires fall all the time. America had many bad leaders in a row, and now have divided people up, not because of Trump, but because of the those people want America to have revolution and build it, while the other side want to restore something that got lost. Not wrong. Well said. Well said, Jack. But that's the thing, is, like, we're so cooked, you know? We're so, like, we can't restore what's lost, but we can take good parts of things from our past and restore them to a degree. And then, like, there's such good in America, but there's also such bad. And, like, not for nothing, you're absolutely right about, like, America has had many bad leaders in a row. I would suggest, like, a majority of them. Because, like, whenever you get into power, it's that Spider-Man quote of, like, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I can't tell you in good faith that if I had presidential power, that I wouldn't abuse it. I don't fucking know. None of us really truthfully know what we would do with that power. I would like to believe that I would be a good person and be like, you know what? Taxing the rich out the ass and giving everybody what they're supposed to have. And, like, start supporting, you know, creating small businesses for mom and pops to be able to, like, create, like, cool, like, little shops for, you know, local shops. Whenever I go into a small town, I look up, because I'm a coffee bitch. I love coffee. I love it. I'll go to local coffee shops. If there's a Starbucks or a Dunkin', I'm just like, fuck. I don't want that. I want a local business. I want to support a local business. Yeah. Well, the communism and socialism, a lot of that is given a bad rep because the 1%. Hey, Leia. A lot of the 1%, again, I'm like, this all goes back down to the 1%, is that a lot of them have created a lot of, what do you call it? Oh my God. Propaganda. That's the word I was looking for. A lot of them have made propaganda against it, because the thing is, if you are a 1%er, you own most of all the companies, all the corporations, all the everything. Having something run by by the people, for the people, which is like Spirit Airlines. Okay, so, like, for example, Spirit Airlines right now is trying to steamroll a like, people being the ones that save it through their money. So it's like $45 will get you a vote for their next board meeting or whatever. That's socialism and communism. That's like in that vein. And I truthfully believe that it would be better for all of us if it was like that, where we got a vote, where we, like, companies are either like large companies. I'm not talking about mom and pop shops. I'm not talking about them at all. I'm talking about big businesses. We get to, you know, go, hey, voting no, I don't like this resolution. And we can do things like that. A lot of these 1%ers have, over the span of decades and decades and decades, again, going back into my previous conversation of being like, both sides are pieces of shit. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't want that sort of thing. So they've been for decades telling us that these things are not right. That, and look at, what is it? Oh my God. Like unions and things like that. Unions are important. Look at how we've lost union work. I actually, for a long time, like while I was working at LabCorp, I looked into starting a phlebotomy union here in North Carolina because we were getting paid so little. And after the, with the 2020 stuff, and they cut our pay incentives, they cut our pay, they made us work with COVID, they did all this stuff. Hey, RJ, I looked into starting a union, and I was contacting unions and things like that. And the last answer to it was, I'm not allowed to start a union because in North Carolina, where LabCorp is based, they have laws and regulations against unions. The only reason that the California phlebotomists have a union is because California allows them to. No other state can have a union for phlebotomists because certain states, especially for LabCorp, specifically a LabCorp union, LabCorp is based out of North Carolina, so their laws are the ones that reign supreme. So LabCorp's in North Carolina. North Carolina has laws against that, so couldn't start a union. I literally was going to put myself out there to do that because I felt so strongly that as phlebotomists, we were getting the short end of the stick when we shouldn't be. And people wonder why your blood draws and your nursing, nursing staff is getting worse and worse as the days progress. It's because people can't do this. 2 other jobs that I was looking at doing, I actually rode around with an EMT, and the EMTs were like, how much do you make? And I was like, $15 an hour. And they were like, yeah, you make more as a phlebotomist than you do as a paramedic. You go to college for a paramedic degree for years, and it's a lot of money. I was getting paid more than a paramedic that has been doing, like, I think that she said that she was doing it for like 3 years at this specific spot, and she was just now at like $14. And I was getting paid more as a phlebotomist. I'm sorry, but EMTs should be getting paid like fucking $25 an hour, dudes. They're literally the deciding factor on if you're going to live or die between here and the hospital. You know what I mean? And with how much those rides are, bro, you're not even paying them a livable wage? What the fuck are we doing? That's insane. Then another thing that I was planning on doing is like mortuary science. I know, looking at me, I know, shocker. But like I knew that I could handle it because I've been in the medical field forever. And as I was doing like my, talking to them and like, getting a tour of like, hey, this is the facility and blah, blah, blah. They told me that the way that they run for mortuaries is that, say I leave at 5 p.m. I get a call at 4:58. Like 40 minutes away. I'm going to be the only person on deck until 5 o'clock. Guess what? I have to go retrieve that body. I'm 5'2" and 140-ish pounds. going up on the higher scale and that, but like I'd have to, if I had to like pick like the body, say it's like a 250-pound person, I by myself have to pick up the body and put it on the gurney. There's no one there to help me. They told me like, oh, every now and then the cops are like the cops will help you move the body if like you're having a really hard time. But God forbid, gross, trigger warning. But if the body's in a certain level of decomp, I still have to move that. Doesn't matter how decomped they are. I get no help. Then I have to drive the body back to like the Raleigh area, because I was looking at doing it in the Raleigh area. And then I have to prepare the body. I have to set up everything. So they were like, there are times where you're on for like almost 48 hours straight. And I was like, fuck, dude. They were like, do you have a social life? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, you won't. You should probably just go ahead and realize that you're not going to have a social life after this. And I'm like, okay, I don't, like, I'm good with being a mortician, but I'm not willing to, like, have to, you know, bury my own social life. I'm just not about that. Like, I'm not going to do it. I love going to cons. I love doing, like, even just going out with a friend every now and then, like, I can't do that. So, like, think about just that, those 3 instances of medical personnel not getting the support, not getting the pay, not getting the anything, getting taken advantage of left and right. And we wonder why our healthcare professionals are leaving in droves. That's just one facet that I know personally because I've been in it for so long. There's so much that's getting disrupted and destroyed by this, by like literally all sides. Shit, I used to only vote Green Party for a very long time. And they weren't getting, that's another thing that I fucking hate, is the fact that we have a 2-party system. None of them are doing shit for us. Like, what are we doing? Every now and then there's like a little sparkle of a light where someone's actually fucking trying, but then like, how fast does that light burn out? Dudes, we're like, god damn. I'm definitely in that you know spot of being like, this is too much, dude. We've got to band the fuck together and like say fuck these 1%ers and everybody that's been making these goddamn laws and taking money from like big donors. No, it needs to come from us. We need to be the ones that are paying these, you know, donating money, not someone with trillions of fucking dollars, not a country, not anybody looking at APAC money, like none of them. Because what are they? They're puppets at that point. They're all fucking puppets at that point. And none of us, you know, and God forbid any of us try to fucking run. God forbid any of us try to run for a government office because we want to see change, because we're not going to have the money or the funds for it. We're not able to make change. It just fucking sucks, dude. Fucking sucks. I went on a full ass tangent today. Look at that. We're doing the thing. We're doing the thing. I'm gonna save some of this for tomorrow because we're gonna shuffle on over to some Neopets. Actually, I'm gonna see it and like maybe make this a little bit smaller. Let me like do a little of this. I'm gonna make them a little smaller because I want to try and get a little bit more in that screen. There we go. Look at that. You can see all of them. You've enchanted. Thank you. But yeah, I'm very much like, especially now where, you know, there are a lot of people coming more to the center and being like, hey, like, let's fucking put up these boxing gloves and just, like, fucking sit with this and be like, nah, fuck this shit. Oh, a crate of split coconuts? Shit, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna really use it for, but I'll use a crate of split coconuts. Check Neo DMs. Subscribe to their spicy links in the link tree. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, oh, you said in the inbox. Teardrops. Oh! I'm gonna accept. Okay, folder. Oh, inbox. There we go. Inbox. Wait, where'd it go? It disappeared. For Grumples! We gotta feed Grumples some hot dogs so he can go into the battle dome. I lost the last time. I'm very sad about that. Oh, hot worm hot dog. Douglas! For those of you that don't know, I foster cats because it's a nice nod to my cat that passed away at 4 years old of cancer. Also, real quick, is anybody else noticing that a lot of cats, or not cats, but a lot of pets are dying of cancer lately? Does anybody else notice that? Because, like, my last 2 died of cancer at 4 years old, and one of them, they were like, this is fucking impossible because this genetic cancer only hits older cats, and your cat's 4. This is impossible. So they didn't believe it. But are you noticing that too? I'm just asking. Just a weird little, like, Again, see, I don't like big fucking government because, are they doing something? That's my question. I think so, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? There's something in the air, but that's another thing is like, let's go on that of like, what if they are, oh no, the haunted woods. Let me feed Graham. Okay, we gotta read and stuff. I'm gonna end up twisting that stupid what do you call it? Wheel. The wheel of misfortune, I think it's called. Yeah, the wheel of misfortune. And that motherfucker is gonna land on losing an item, and I'm gonna be so fucking mad. So lever of doom. I think that I have that in my coin album. Yeah, I do. But I'm gonna put it in my safety deposit box because everything else can be disintegrated if need be, except for the worm hot dog. We have to feed that to Grumples. A thick, juicy worm wrapped between a hot dog bun, smothered in tomato sauce. Tasty? Yum. Oh, just space lasers produce radioactive waste. I mean, I haven't heard that in a while, but like, why does it have to be Jewish? Why can't it just be our government doing it? Just all sides. What if it's all the one? What if it's the 1%? What if it's not even like, what if it's the 1% space laser? That's the better question. Because that would make way more sense. All right, let me read these books to Professor Montana Billingsworth before I go to spin this goddamn wheel, because it is going to turn something into sludge, and I'm going to be real upset if it's this one. All right, All About Neopia, the perfect guide if you are new to the neighborhood or a longtime resident looking for a refresher. Let's read it to Professor Montana Billingsworth. That one was easy to read. Do you have any more? Actually, yes, we do, Professor. We have Adventures in Space, written by a Grundo who worked on the Virtue Pet station about all the adventures he had before coming to Neopia. Beautiful. Read that bitch. Oh, she's already read that book already. Well, how much is this book worth? You know what? We're going to put it in the safety deposit box for right now because I don't trust this goddamn wheel. Now let's go look for that goddamn wheel and pray that it doesn't, like, it's a big space laser that turns friggin' frogs gay. Such a government, maybe. I mean, not wrong. I mean, not wrong on that one, but, you know, who's controlling what, you know? God. If only we had enough money to be able to go on vacations. I'm really glad. Oh no, Grumples! Worse. He caught Sneasels. Fuck. Hold on, wait a second. Neopets, Sneasels, cure. Oh. Let's see. What do I need? A magic cookie. Or a warming ointment. I know that I have some in my thing, but I'm gonna see if there's anything at the pharmacy. Of course fucking not. Of course. There's never. Let me see if like this magic, how much is this magic cookie? This is gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be so expensive. Oh! Oh! It's probably not gonna cure it, watch, but I'm gonna try. Again, Neopets, why are you not, like, look at the red blush. You already have it. You already have a compact. You already have an idea, Neopets. Make some fucking stuff. Like, look at all the cards. Pokemon has cards. Why don't you? Oh yeah, you kind of do, but they're like stickers. They're just sticker cards. But like, I want like cards. This is definitely not a. These are not what do you call them? Pokemon cards. They're stoner cards. Oh my god. Neopets. I need more items in real life. Okay. Feed. Read. Spun the goddamn wheel. Oh, I was supposed to brush one of the pets. I did purchase a magic cookie. So let's see. A magic cookie is the fastest cure for the Sneasels. Okay. Cure Grumples? Oh, thank God. All right. We're good. We're good. Dopemon cards, right? Yeah, exactly. I need a cure for the blues, but no pharmacy, or the pharmacy's been out. I know, right? New Matt, I tagged you in. No, I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look at it. Yeah, I know. All of us have the Neo blues, but there's no goddamn cure in real life for it. Not even like depression meds are kicking it for any of us. Sad day. A friend made a ghosty one. Oh shit. Yeah, the mood mats. I fucking love those things. Because I slam things down like all the time. Like I'll have a cup and I'll just like slam it. I'm like, why do I do? Oh yeah, neurodivergent. Yeah. That's why. For your Neopet, but oh. I'll have to look. Let's play a game. Let's see. Ooh, I'm at 3%. I forgot to charge this camera up. Hold on, let me like. We might have to go with the shitty camera real fast. We might have to, just for a hot second. If it doesn't last. Oh, it's at 2%. She's not gonna make it. She's not gonna make it. One day I'll get his art. His art's really awesome. He also is a what do you call it? He does tattoos as well, which I think is rad. Was a video capture device. Hold on, I'm gonna switch to my old computer, or my old one. So blown out. Hold on. Oh. This is why I had to change. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll charge you up, little one. We'll charge you. Just for a second. We'll charge you up. She'll get some juices. Oh, shit. Where did the thing go? My camera stopped working. Oh, no. Give me a second. Oh, no. Properties. Not the Osmo. Go back. No, not that one. Go this. There we go. I'm so smart. See, this is why I had to. There we go. We'll just commercial break. I know, right? Bunrita. All right. Let's play a little bit of this, and then I will hopefully have my camera back up. She's ooh. Do not turn on, girl. Turn off. We need you to get some battery juices. I don't know if I like what I just said. Gross. You know that I'm gonna ruin this. I'm not gonna make it past like the 4th level. I guarantee you. We're too distracted. Damn it. I tried to go up and around and that was not gonna work. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh. Also, I really think that I need to get an emulator for playing some actual like Neopet or not Neopets, but like nostalgia games. So I can do news and nostalgia. Oh shit, I should play Doom. I don't know why I didn't ask my cousin. My cousin would know how to do like where I should get a good emulator. And also, that same cousin is the cousin that I played Doom with on floppy disk way back in the day. Shit. I knew it. But yeah, I loved playing Doom with my cousins on their green screen computer. Someone tried to tell me that that wasn't a thing, and I was like, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm lying. And I text my cousin, and I was like, hey, weird question. He's like, yeah. And I was like, did we play Doom on the green screen computer, like the old one? And he was like, yeah. Why? And I go, oh, I was told that it didn't exist like that. And he goes, no, it existed like that. There we go. We're fixing it. Properties, switching back, OBS. Nope. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Did you not want to turn into a camera? What are you doing? Oh, shit. I don't know if you can hear the bloopies. Yeah, you can. You can. Don't file transfer. I need you to webcam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. It's still not pulling it up. Loud and clear, right? Sorry. Sorry, guys. There we go. There it is. Turn that back on. Oh. It's like... Anyway. So fucking stupid. I'm an idiot. Just ignore me. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Hitting spacebar to continue. I actually just clicked. I didn't. But yeah, I used to play, what was it? Doom and, oh my God, what's the other game that's similar to Doom? But it's not. Fuck. Either way, played those games with my cousins on the green screen. My uncle was like one of the first people like in the area that did computer work and was like doing code and shit. So like he was making some bank for a while there. He also died of cancer. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? He had the best pompadour hair in the entire fucking world. Like, he had white hair. I think I'm gonna end up with pure white hair like my uncle and my grandfather. But he always had like his hair like pomped. Oh. And like 1950s style, and it was so fucking cool, dudes. He was like the raddest dude, and he also played World of Warcraft until the day he died. He was a Warcraft dude. Like, played it all the time, and I'm like, holy shit, oh fuck. I was like, dude, that's crazy. Like, my mom told me that at one point, and I was like, I asked him, I was like, do you play World of Warcraft? And he's like, yeah, why do you? And I was like, no, I play Elder Scrolls. And he's like, lame. I was like, holy shit! Like, what the fuck? He's just like, yeah, play a real game. I was like, god damn, dude. You're giving me gruff for this? And he's like, yep. I was like, alright, well, fuck. He was awesome, though. Again, I feel like there's like so much more cancer recently. Like so many more people are like getting cancer. And like there's a shit ton of people that I'm just like, I don't know. They didn't have like a family history of it. And now they all of a sudden are like, you know, they like family members have cancer or like they have cancer. It's so crazy. And I like there's what is it? There's speculation that it's like especially the pesticides and shit. Again, going back into I'd rather trust this, you know, a redneck in bumfuck fucking nowhere that knows how to tend his crops more than a fucking Tyson CEO that's like, I'm gonna take as much money as possible. You know? It's just crazy. I miss small companies. I miss being able to go to mom and pop shops and just not have to deal with it. I wonder if Polar Whip's still around. Is it still alive? Oh, it's still alive. Oh my god. Okay, so fun fact about Polar Whip is that in Southern Illinois, if you go, or at least whenever I was in school, if you went to Polar Whip for dinner for prom, they would give you your food for free. I don't know if that's still a thing, but yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that they're still around. That makes me happy. That makes me really, really happy. Energy Illinois. How like wait a second. Energy Illinois. What's our like how many people are in Energy? I think it's like 100 or some shit like that. What's their population? 974? Anyway. Energy is a very small town. Very small town, obviously. Bumblefuck, Missouri. Hey. Hell yeah. All right. Fairy Folk, a fun collection of stories and legends starring fairies of all shapes and sizes. Read it, Professor. Oh, she's already read that book. Great. Love that. Petaled Tales. Read up on these tales before the pages begin to wilt. Pretty. Love it. Hey, I'm getting smarter. Oh, that means that she leveled up. Jadora's Terms of Services. Rules so evil, even we hope no one finds the key. If they're locked up, then how are you supposed to read the Terms of Services, though? Anyway, it's not the point. The point is whatever. Yeah, actually, Paducah, Kentucky. Oh, no, that's Missouri. Never mind. I was like, Kentucky. Wait, no. Nope. Missouri. St. Louis. Many a nights have I been in St. Louis going to concerts. Cradle of Filth was happened to be one of the big ones that I went to go see. They taught me how to play pool because I was there 3.5 hours early for the show because I drove like a fucking psychopath and got there in like 40 minutes whenever it's like a 2-hour or like a hour and a half drive or something. Honestly, the only reason I did that is because there was a Greyhound bus going 110 on the highway and there was a cluster of cars behind it and I jumped in and then there was just a cluster of us going 110 all the way to St. Louis from Southern Illinois. I was like, they can't arrest all of us, bro. Let's go. Like, and I drove and my friend was like, this is crazy. I am so scared. I was like, then don't look at the speedometer, dude. I was like, we're getting this concert. And that was whenever you had to like stand in line to go to the concert or to like get your ticket to go to the concert. And so we were in the building and because like I walked up and there was, you know, like people setting up and stuff. And I literally looked at them and I was like, hey, like, is Cradle of Filth like hanging out anywhere? And they were like, oh yeah, they're playing pool over there. And I was like, oh my God. And I luckily had, the lead singer is Danny Filth. I had drawn a portrait of Danny Filth and they, I ended up getting it signed by the whole crew, or by like the whole band, which was like the coolest thing fucking ever. And then we were like chit chatting and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to play pool with us?" And I was like, "I don't know how to play pool." And they're like, "Oh, come over, we'll teach you." And they taught me how to fucking play pool. I will never forget that for the rest of my life, because like, not for nothing, but like at the time I was not in a good place. I was very abused by like my stepdad and my mom, and like I was in an abusive relationship too. Didn't really like realize that at the time, but like they really like helped me during like a really dark time, which is hilarious to watch the IT crowd, and they talk about that, and he's like, they helped me through a really dark time, and I was like, same dude. Like, but yeah, they taught me how to play pool. They were so kind to me. Like, I was very obviously a child. Like, I was 16, like they probably could tell, and I told them like, hey, I drew this in school, blah 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 blah. And they were just so kind to me, and just like, they didn't have to be. And I think that was like, I don't know, I fucking love that. That's always one of my favorite like stories of mine, that like they knew that there was a tiny tot in front of them, and they were like, I'm gonna be kind to her, and we're gonna show her like, you know, this and that. And then whenever because we were caught up and just like and hanging out, the bouncers were going around, and they were like, hey, this show's gonna start soon, so we're gonna have to get you guys out. And that's whenever James, who is the long blonde haired guitarist, he was like, oh no, they're fine, they're with the band. And I will never ever forget that, like, ever, for the rest of my life. And it really like made me go, I will not, like, I can keep going. I can keep fucking going, and I'm not gonna stop. And I didn't. And it was such a defining moment for me as a kid. Like, being kind to like a child, especially in like instances like that, is so important. So important. Love it. It was such a good time. Such a good time. Saw them in concert like 5 times at this point. I've spent a lot of money at their concerts. Well deserved too. Again, they were so kind to me and so nice. And also, at the time, because if you're not familiar with Cradle of Filth, they typically have an opera singer. Sarah Jezebel Diva was the one that I really resonated with, and she was the one up until like probably a few years ago. Or no, like 10 years ago or some shit like that. But I became an opera vocalist because of her, because like I looked up to her, and I, you know, and then whenever I met her, I told her, I was like, hey, like, I'm learning opera because of you, and, you know, you're a huge inspiration. And she really was. And she was like, oh no, that's not me. No. And she was like super humble, and at some point she was like, but thank you so much. Like, it's so weird hearing that, but thank you. And I was like, oh my God, I love her so much. Oh man, such a good time. I have like a lot of like really cool stories. I also have a shitload of really bad stories too, where it's just like, how did you survive your teenage years, bro? And I'm like, I don't know. But here I am. I did it. Okay, let's get Grumples out of his course. He is now increased in defense. Good job, Grumples. All right, so we're going to do agility next. We're going to do a Grumples, and then we're going to go boom, do the thing. Also, how many points is this one doing? Like, where is it at? Where is he at? Oh, there we go. Level 8, 25. Okay. Frere Garcia, high as hell. Just, he's not doing shit. He's not going to go to a battle dome. Well, actually, the challenger would be like, why am I, like, feeling like this? And Frere Garcia would be like, I don't know, man. It's probably because I have this J. Oh my god. Horror code stone. Horror. Oh, we're almost out of horror code stones. Brie and a main. Okay. Main. Oh, we're almost at main code stones too. And a Brie. Oh no, we only have 1 and 1? Shit. Pay the man, Grumples. Do. And he's in his class. Why the fuck? I really wish that they would just like, oh shit, I didn't notice I was a level 51 now? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Getting it. We're getting it. And I have to spin the wheel of Starlight? Oh, I also need to go to the, one thing. Spin the wheel. I need to go to the void. The void within. Alright, what did I land on? Oh, 7,000 Neo points. Thank you. Good. Love that for me. Alright, go into the void within. Go into the void within. We're, like, I'm so far behind on this shit. But we're doing it. Nevertheless, we're doing it. Oh, are we on a new one? Shit, I'm so far behind. Hold on. I'm on 12 and... See, how am I supposed to... Like, I'm fucking not gonna pay attention to this many things. Oh, there's a doggo fox that we did. Alright. Oh, here we go. He didn't leave you. He was taken. Used in someone else's plan. You all were. Oh. Is this a government? Is this situation the government right now? I feel like that. Oh my. Meanwhile, back in Outdoor. It seems Luxana is getting through to the Grey Painter. We must buy her the time she needs to reach him. Stand firm and protect Aldor. No matter how many shades come, we shall drive each one back to the void. Okay. Alright, out of the shadows, snapping back into the reality of his memories, the Grey Painter has a decision to make. The choice is already daunting enough, facing Vera, but both of them now know full well their patron is always watching from afar and hates to be disappointed. Ozzy, no, it can't be! I'm sorry, Ozzy. I know it's hard to see the truth because I recognize that pain. I felt it. I used to be completely alone, just being around the other fairies. Even ones I was comfortable with made me feel like an outcast. There was only one person who never made me feel that way. If I didn't have Tavi, I would have been trapped in my own misery forever. Malevolent being stamp. Ooh, okay. Okay, the one thing that I have a problem with is like if you're getting like extra stuff for like paying for premium like I do, why are you giving me 2 stamps? Why don't you give me like a stamp and something else for premium instead of like the same item both times? You know what I mean? Like give me a little something extra. A little something. A little, dare I say it, je ne sais quoi. I'm so proud of myself on things that I shouldn't be proud of. Like my dad joke about the 40K. And that. Why? Why am I like this? Alright. That seems to be it on the Neopets stuff. We have gotten to the end. We are going to jump off here. Yeah. Let's see. Twitch.tv. I know that Lauren is playing Counter-Strike, but she might be jumping off soon. Let's see. Is this the Lynn that I'm thinking it is? No, it's not. It is not the Lynn I was thinking of. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go we're gonna go say hi to Lauren, my IRL friend. Creator dashboard, that's what I was looking for. I can never do it on the screen that I'm on. It's got to be like this screen. Okay, raid. Boom. All right. All right, guys. It's the end of the stream. JennaSayWhat.com/links. If you're not following me on my other social media platforms, what are you doing? But in the meantime, I will be back on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time doing some news, doing some Neopets, bitching about life in general, you know? Leia, I hope you do too. All right. We're going to go raid over to Lauren, my IRL friend. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe out there, guys. And yeah, let's fight the 1%. Fuck the 1%, dude. All right. See you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Bye.